Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie and today is another organization video and we're going to focus on embellishments, stickers, embellishments, brads, bling, you name it. I probably have it in here. So I have a few different ways that I store these types of items. And how about I do a preliminary sort and then we'll talk about where things are going to go and how I store these things. Okay, so I've got a bunch of piles, which always helps me when I do a preliminary sort to know what I'm dealing with. So I have a bunch of theme specific types of stickers and thickers and that kind of stuff. And these just go in my iris bins. So I've got one for animals, I've got one for babies, kids, family, and then I also, so those would go together, and then I have one for seasonal, which I think is where I will throw that in. Although these could end up in my flat stickers. I'm going to actually put that there because I think I'll more likely use that than for a season. So we'll talk about that one. So these are going in iris bins. Okay, so I have a designer InDesign bin that is full of larger stickers, thickers, words, etc. So that is where this is going to go. I will probably take it out of the packaging because packaging prevents me from using. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. It just does. Okay, so then I've got enamel dots. I recently had a video showing up how I reorganize these. These are gems which I store in smaller iris bins. So I've got a bin like this. I call it rhinestones and pearls, and I have it sorted by color. So I've got blue, pink, purple, green, brown, orange, red, and white, black. And basically what I will do is I will just take it out of the package. I would consider this more like a white black than pink purple, so I'll just trim that off like that. Pink purple. White black. For the enamel dots, like I said, I have recently done a video on where I've cut cardstock into 4¼ by 5½, and I just literally sort these by color and affix them so that I can easily flip through them and it takes up way less space. So I'm really happy with that. So I'm not going to spare you from seeing that because I already showed you. So let me put those on cards and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the next thing I think I want to talk about is wood veneer, and I have a couple of different ways that I store that, so let me pull those containers out and show you. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I currently do with wood veneer. I am not happy with this organization. It's kind of expanded beyond the original confines, and it's not working quite like I had hoped. So I have these little bins. These were just from the Dollar Tree. I've got like a floral, anything that's like a banner or has words on it. These are like leaves, so the flowers and the leaves go together. I've got hearts, I've got like any type of solid shape, and then these are a little bit more thematic. And then in this bin I have things like cameras, birds, states, stars, hearts, more hearts, that kind of thing. And then I started collecting a bunch of larger size, so this is one of those useful bins, and I have my larger wood veneer pieces in here, as well as adornments, whatever you want to call them, accents and stuff from Tim Holtz. Again, not ideal, but it is what it is right now, and we're not tackling this today. That's not the plan. The plan is just to get this stuff somewhere situated, and then we'll deal with the problem areas afterwards. So anything large, like these items, are going to go in the useful bin because there's no way they are going to fit in that other storage. Okay. To be honest, I am overflowing. I have some other pieces in the drawer where these live, and I don't have a home for them. So like I said, this is not ideal. Not ideal at all. Okay. And then these ones, because they're a whole kit, it looks like they are succulents and stuff. I'm just going to leave them as is for now and just tuck them in that bin too. Okay, so what's next is I got a bunch of these rubber pieces from Ali Edwards, and I have another one of these iris carts, and I have something called Rubber Charms, and it's just a bit of a hodgepodge. Normally I don't like hodgepodge because I am not someone who likes to dig around in things, but when I have a small amount, it's not so bad. This is starting to get to be a little bit much though. Okay, so let's talk about flat stickers, which is what most of these are. I started this bin when I took apart my sticker books, and I'm really liking this. I like being able to flip through very quickly. So I'm just going to go through these and add them. Now these are smaller, whereas I started off, these were full sheets. What I have been doing in here is just tossing them in, but I might at some point want to make half sheets in here and then just attach the sticker sheets just so that it's easier to flip through. But again, that's not a job for today. Today is just about getting these in the bin and done. So I will try and remember to link this video. I talk about the different categories that I have in there, and I'm going to spare you me sorting through all of these. Now, there were some in here that had alphabets. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah. So these will not go in here. This will go in with my alphabet stored. So for these foam words, I actually have two of the same. So I'm going to move one into surplus. And the other one I will just add to this bin. This is the same bin where I store my enamel dots. And this is all my kind of dimensional stickers. Normally I would put them in this bin with all the words and stuff, but this is actually for longer stickers and I'm afraid it would get lost, so I'm just going to add that in here. And what I do is I take it out of the packaging and I keep the backing piece and I just affix a little bit of adhesive on the back, and I just glue that down and pop it in wherever I think it will best work, like that. I also recently did a video on my washi, so I'm not gonna pull that all out. This is where those go. Let's talk about tags and twine. So I have another one of these useful bins full of twine because I have a problem, clearly. And then I also have this bin. This is just half of a box that came in the mail that I just am sticking all my tags and stuff, tags and metallic cording and wire and stuff like that in there. I had this in one of those fridge bins before, but I needed to repurpose it for something else, so now it's in here. Whether it stays in here or not, I'm not sure, but for now it's doing its job. So this is another bin that I got from the Dollar Tree. This stores all my small alphas in it. So I have some small rub-ons. I have some acetate ones that I've put on cards, which is what I'm going to end up doing with this set, and then just tuck that in the front here. I have all my tiled alphas, and then I go into my regular alphas sorted by color. So this one here will go under the regular alphas under yellow. Ideally, I would throw this in a plastic bag. Not that it needs the bag, but it's just easier to pull things out when they're uniform. Again, that's not what I'm focusing on today. It's just getting it in its home and going from there. Now, I do also have bins like this. So it's got my medium and then my larger, and I intermix my stickers with my thickers. I don't really care. I just sort them more by size and then by color. These are numbers, which is a little bit unique. So, and they don't have any alphabets on here. And so it's actually for illustrated fades. So I could just tuck these in the front, Or I could stick them in with my Bible journaling stuff, which is where I think I'm going to put them because I'm more likely to use numbers there than I am in my normal everyday scrapbooking. So that is what I do with alphas. Okay, I have no idea what I'm going to do with these. They're from Allie Edwards. One says Be the Joy, one says Stay Cozy. I have double of them. They're really heavy. Like, I don't even, there's no way you could put them on a scrapbook page. You got to hang them from something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. This one says Still Learning, and it's got a pin on the end. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. So I have a bin that I keep miscellaneous hardware in. Let me go pull that. It's another one of these iris bins. And it's actually getting pretty full. So hopefully these will fit. Okay, so die cuts, stickers, that kind of thing. I have 2 of these binders, or have I, no, actually I've started a third one now. Or I'm close to starting a third one. So this one here has all my collections, so by artist or designer, by collection, if I want to keep them together. And then once I use most of it up, then I'll move it to the color section. So, you know, I've got, this is from Maggie Holmes Flourish, and I literally just use page protectors and my ATG gun, and it peels off pretty easily. The only thing I found that doesn't work really great on here is the thin paper stickers, and so what I will try and do for those is either mount the backing sheet on, or I'll punch holes and just stick them loose. And I don't know if I have any in here that I can show you. I've even put wood veneer in here. I think I have some in the other binder, so let me pull that out. So in this one I have by colors, and again, similar to paper, I just pick what I think is the most dominant color and just attach it in here. Some of them have these page protectors with the pockets, and I usually stick acetate pieces in there just because I'm not sure if I want to use glue or not. So here's an example of washi tape. I just punched holes and stuck it in here just loose to make that work. I've even added paper clips at the top just as a way to keep track of them, rather than having a whole sheet taking up space somewhere else, if that makes sense. Here's another one. These would not stick very well. They're very thin vellum stickers. So again, if I can punch holes in them and keep them that way, that's great. Otherwise, I will try and adhere them to the backing. If that doesn't work, you can always staple, that kind of thing. So after all the colors, I do have labels, and I have these by color as well, just because I use labels a lot and it's easier for me if they're already separated. It doesn't mean that there aren't labels elsewhere. There definitely are. But I don't worry about that, right? So if it's meant to be used, I will find it. Okay, so I'm going to go through all those packages, sort them by color, and add them to the book. But you guys get the idea, right? If I want to keep them together, like for instance, these have different colors with the florals, you know, I'll just put them all, I'll pick a color and stick them in there. I've got some of these badges. I'll stick those in there too. They're flat, relatively flat, and so why not, right? Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to leave this off. I will put these in, get that done, and I'm going to encourage you to maybe tackle a pile of things in your craft room that you haven't put away, even if it's just a small bin. Every little bit helps. Until next time, happy crafting and happy organizing.